Minneapolis, a gigantic shredder reduces entire automobiles and other large pieces of scrap into smaller sections that will fit into the flat roll division's electric arc furnaces. After the scrap is shredded, giant magnets separate the ferrous materials from the railroader. 3 30-ton scrap cranes and large front loaders facilitate moving the scrap around. 75 use electric arc furnaces, or EAFs, which, in addition, 95% of our scrap comes from within 250 miles of our plants. The charging bucket is moved, saving time and money. Once the scrap and pig iron to melt the scrap at a temperature reaching 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The power is on for about 35 minutes to complete the melt, a collection of impurities that rises to the top of the heat. The molten steel is then tapped through the bottom of the furnace and into a ladle, accomplished, including desulfurization and deoxidation. The temperature of the steel can be adjusted with carbon electrodes, and the chemistry of the steel can be changed by reducing some alloy elements and the introduction of others. From the ladle metallurgy furnace, the steel goes to the thin slab casters. The molten steel, now about 2,800 degrees Fahrenheit, feet long. These thin slabs can be rolled into steel sheet much more quickly, efficient 64 inches thick. The casters operate at maximum speed of 230 inches per minute and process 9,000 tons of steel in a completely solid in 24 seconds and has an exit temperature of 2,100 degrees. After being sheared to length, the slab goes through one of 2 tunnel furnaces, where the steel is reheated to 2,150 degrees before going to the hot strip mill. Scale is removed from the slab before it's rolled, with water jets spraying per inch. Slabs are reduced to meet customers' requirements on our 7-stand hot rolling mill. 7 10,000 horsepower motors drive the work rolls in the mill stands, and 4,000 tons of rolling force per mill stand reduces the thickness of the material to as little as 1 millimeter, or 0.040 inches. A new hot band of 2 tons, or as much as 10 cars, 10 tons of steel annually. Pickled and oiled coils can be sold on a hot-rolled galvanizing line and sold as finished products, or further processed through the cold reversing mill. Hot band is uncoiled on the reversing cold mill, where the gauge will be further reduced to as light as 11 thousandths of an inch. Are usually galvanized or annealed. On one of our 2 galvanizing lines at Butler, an employee removes the dross, or impurities, from the surface of a zinc pot holding as much as 180 tons of molten metal. As temper passing, tension leveling, chemical treatment, acrylic coating, and oiling. Annealed coils go through the temper. We are on the banks of the Ohio River in southern Indiana. Jeffersonville produces hot-dipped galvanized galvalume, acrylic-coated galvalume, and acrylic-coated galvanized steel as wide as 61 inches. In fact, SDI is the only company in North America to make galvalume in widths wider than 50 inches. Before being introduced into the main pot containing galvalume coating, an aluminum zinc temperature. Here, thinner gauge steel would measure as long as 5 miles if completely unwound. The coil coating line has 3, including the coils are coated at Butler or at Jeffersonville. The highest standards of quality are maintained through continuous monitoring with leading-edge technology. We recently installed equipment that allows coils to be placed on pallets. Coils placed on pallets are easier to handle for our customers who depend on forklifts to move materials in their facilities.